Hello, everyone, and welcome to a great episode here of the Gridiron Glory, where we cover all 32 teams. Tad and Will here. 49ers, they go into New Orleans all the way across the country, win 26 to 21. With their backup quarterback, Mac Jones, having a huge game, 26 of 39, 279 yards, three touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, that's what you want to see out of your backup quarterback. You have a game on the road and you go out and you perform at a high level. So you certainly love to see that. And I would like to ask, where do you rank Mac Jones among backup quarterbacks in the NFL after what you saw in this football game?
Yeah, I would rank him in the top tier amongst backup quarterbacks in the NFL, probably top 10 amongst backups currently in the NFL. More specifically, I'd like to ask you, where do you rank him amongst Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot of good quarterbacks that went to Alabama in the NFL. I mean, it'd be tough to rank him all that highly, and not against him. I mean, just because of all the great talent they put into the league. So he would definitely not be among
I
the
mean, if
upper
you're
group.
counting Jalen Hurts, then yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Jalen Hurts. I mean, he was half and half kind of. I mean, some wouldn't, but you got guys like Tua, stuff like that. I mean, it's interesting. But yeah, I mean, Mac Jones. I mean, they put some good talent into the league. But with that being said, Christian McCaffrey is incredible, no matter who's at quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. I was a big fan of the touchdown throw where Mac Jones just kind of very calmly just caught Christian McCaffrey in stride. McCaffrey then tiptoes it and catches it on the sideline of the end zone there. That was an incredible play from Mac Jones to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I would have to say after this, I mean, there's no question that Christian McCaffrey is a top three running back in the league. I think there's just no question about it at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely a top
Um,
three running back.
Also a
I mean,
very impressive.
maybe top five because you could also argue cases with him like Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, perhaps might.
mm,
You could argue a case there with CMC.
Possibly. I think I would take CMC over Taylor, but I think that a debate could be had. Juwan Jennings, he also had a big game, five catches for 89 yards and a touchdown. I mean, had that big touchdown late in the game when the Saints were trying to make a bit of a comeback. So, I mean, I've just continued to be impressed with Juwan Jennings the last couple of years. I mean, he just goes out there and he competes at a high level.
Yeah, I mean, Jawan Jennings is just an incredible talent, and um, obviously, just continues to bring poise and leadership to this wide receiver room.
Certainly there. You do like to see that he plays at a high level. Very good play there. The hero of week one, Jake Tongas, had four catches for 31 yards as they continue to play in the tight end room without all pro George Kittle. So Tongas, four for 31. Luke Farrell, the other tight end, two catches for 15 yards and a touchdown. So trying to compete without Kittle. I mean, they did what they could.
Yeah, I mean, they did what they could. Jake Tongas, he stepped up and made a big play last week. He comes out here and steps up and makes more big plays this week. So shout out to him for sure. And Ricky Pearsall as well, four catches, 56 yards.
Yeah, definitely they got that out of Pearsall.
Really quick though, I would like to get your take on Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk, yeah, one catch in the receiving room for 5 yards there. And then yeah, no rushing stats for him though. A quick take on Kyle Juszczyk. I would have liked to see a carry or two more.
I mean, you definitely would have liked to see that. Unfortunately, in the game, he did suffer a bit of a concussion, but it seems he's doing well
Yeah,
after recovering from that. So, I mean, perhaps he would have gotten more playtime if he wasn't concussed mid-game. So, just hope for the best there. I mean, he is a very high-level fullback. I would rank him as the best fullback in the NFL. So, they'd love to have him back. And I mean, he sometimes the fullback you can make the offense go. So that's very important to mention. Thank you for bringing that to the attention. We have exclusive fullback reports here at the Good
Exclusive
Writing.
Kyle Juszczyk reports
Yeah, specifically with
specifically.
check. Looking at the defense, I mean, my goodness, what more can you say about a high level player there like Fred Warner, 11 tackles, a tackle for loss, a pass defended, a PFF grade of 95.1. I mean, you just don't see grades that high very often. What a player there, Fred
I mean,
Warner.
Fred Warner just absolutely incredible. Also worth noting a run defense grade of 85.2 and a tackling grade of 81.5 and a coverage grade of 93.4. So just Fred Warner, I mean, going out there, I mean, you signed Fred Warner to the big contract in the offseason, and some questioned it, some mentioned if it was worth it or not. Some maybe even on this very podcast questioned the deal. Um, Perhaps potentially, maybe, I'm not sure. But here, Fred Warner is doing his thing, Tad, in week two.
Yeah, I mean, of the big contracts that San Francisco signed in the offseason, the Fred Warner one was definitely the logical one of the two. I mean, there was one other contract that you might be willing to question, but make no mistake, they got Fred Warner right. That he is a huge player on this defense, and he is the engine that makes this defense go. Also to mention Nick Bosa, a very high level player there, 9 tackles, a sack, a tackle for loss, always just
Jair
really
Brown as well.
disruptive. Yeah, Jair Brown, he was in there for 7 plays. He had a big impact when he was there. So, I mean, he does what he does. Yeah, just a fairly solid performance there by San Francisco. Also worth to mention their new kicker. They replaced Jake Moody, Eddie Pinheiro, 2 for 2. Longo 46. He did miss a PAT going 2 for 3. So always interesting to see how new kickers look.
Yeah, some growing pains there. Hopefully he can bounce back from that.
I thought Spencer Rattler looked fairly solid. I mean, 2 weeks in a row they play fairly competitively. 25 of 34, 207, 3 touchdowns, 14 yards rushing. I mean, the Saints, I mean, we all knew coming into the year that it could very well be a rough year for the Saints, but I mean, through 2 games, I mean, they have competed at a very high level, I've thought. I mean, they have not found a way to win either of these games, but I've been
I
impressed
mean,
with their competitiveness.
we knew it was going to be a rough road with the Saints, and they're out here doing their battle. I mean, but we also knew that like these players weren't just going to put up zeros on the stat charts either. So I mean, they're going out there and they're trying to compete at a higher level than a lot of people might have anticipated, Ted.
Yes, perhaps even some people on this podcast potentially, but Alvin Kamara had 21 rushes for 99 yards, 6 catches for 21 yards. I mean, you're always going to get a strong effort from Alvin Kamara, always getting high volume there, so you do like to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Chris Olave, the 6 catches for 54 yards. Glad to see him back in there as well. Um, Also, Rashid Shaheed and Jawan Johnson, big touchdown catches there.
Yep, and I do want to ask specifically when you saw former Bronco Devon Bailey get into the end zone for his first touchdown with the Saints, what was going through your minds? How are you feeling? All of the vibes there.
Yeah, I mean, my first take was I was really happy for him. Finding, obviously he would still like to be playing in Denver, I'm sure, but hey, he's trying to make the most out of his situation down there in New Orleans. And I mean, the goal is to win the Super Bowl for every team, and that's the exact mentality that he's having about it.
Yeah, you definitely love to see that. On the defense for the Saints, fairly briefly, Demario Davis had a fairly solid game, 11 tackles, 5 of them just being solo tackles. I thought he was solid enough in his coverage. So I don't know, Demario Davis, I mean, he competed out there. Chris Rumpf competed. Kool-Aid McKinstry had up and down game there. He had some
Yeah, yeah.
passes defended, stuff like that.
Here on the Gridiron Glory, we get exclusive Kool Aid McKinstry reports. Yeah, the CB. I will say a great 72.5 this week tackling grade. So he definitely was able to wrap up and get some solid tackles. Kool-Aid McKinstry, a guy we were big on when he first got drafted before his first ever snap in the league.
Um, Tough game for Blake Guppy, the kicker. He 0 for 1 on this field goal, so you hope to see him bounce back. And I want to get your take on Kai Kroger, the punter for the New Orleans Saints, the rookie there, 4 punts for 171 yards.
Yeah, so Tad and I are in a league where we have a punter. We have the punter, and so I did not realize week one of the season that Kai Kroger had beat out James Burnip. And then I was like, oh shoot, yeah, he's a free agent. So Kai Kroger beat out James Burnip for the starting job, and he's doing his thing now.
You'll love to see that. So the New Orleans Saints, they will take to the road next week, their first road game going all the way to the Pacific Northwest, probably about as far as they could travel domestically in the NFL. They will take on the Seattle Seahawks in the late afternoon. So that could be an interesting game as they look for their first win. And the 49ers look to battle for first place in the NFC West as they host the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams 2-0, could be a big one there with future ramifications.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be a big game there, big game. So, um, yeah, I didn't really have any other final thoughts or takes on this game. I
Yeah.
was really impressed by both quarterbacks, especially Mac Jones.
Yes, thank you all for watching the Gridiron Glory. This is Will and Tad, exclusive coverage of all 32 teams, all positions, fullbacks, punters. Thank you all for watching.